Good morning, everyone. I'm Professor Amit Yadav. In today's lecture, we are going to study Android menus. We all know about the menus. We use Android mobile phone, and in that, different menus are there. For example, if we are using WhatsApp, at that time, to open the setting, we click on the three dots, and all the settings and other menus appear on the screen that we choose, and next activity has performed. So for that, the menus are very important for any applications. And in this lecture, we are going to see how to create menus. So in Android, menus are the part of user interface component which is used to handle some common functionality around the application. So we cannot see all the content or the content on one screen. For that, menus are used. So it divide our application into number of activities, and we can access that activities through menus. Menus have a sub menus so that it can further divided the activities. By using menus in our application, we can provide better and consistent user experience throughout the application. We can use the menus APIs to represent the user's action and other option in our Android application activities. So to represent the activities, we use menus, and that menus we are represent using different options. So there are different types of menus are available that we are going to see in this lecture. So this is the common example for the menus which we go through every day on our mobile. So this is the menu screen. This we see every time. The different menus are available like new tab, new incognito tab, bookmarks, recent tab, history. So all the sub menus are displayed here. Okay, next. Next, let's see how to define and menu. How to define a menu in Android. So for that, we use the XML file, and the user defined tag is menu. Menu is a root element to define a menu in XML file, and it will hold one or more an element. So menu is the root element. In that we can add the sub menus. So whenever we want the nested menu or menu within menu, we use menu tag, and in menu tag we can add the sub menus for our use. So it is very essential tag. It shows that your menu code starts from here. The next one is the item. Item, it is used to create the menu item, and it represents a single item on the menu. These elements may contain a nested elements in order to create a submenu. So items are nothing but the menus, means that element that are in a menu. For example, if we consider the Microsoft Word, in that file is a menu, and in that sub menus are there like new, open, info, save as, print, share, like that. Next, group. It is an optional and invisible for items elements. It is used to categorize the menu item. So they share properties such as active state and visibility. So these are the attributes of menu item. Here we create the menu. Okay. So as the menu is XML file, the tag start with the XML version 1.0 encoding UTF-8. This is the general syntax to start the XML. Here we mention the version and encoding. After that, we use the tag. So first tag is menu. This code is automatically generated whenever we create the new menu. And in menu, we add the items that we want to display in a menu. So the item and the attributes for the item menu or item tag are First one is the ID that gives the uniqueness. Then icon, if we want the menu along with the icon, we use icon attribute, and that we store in a drawable folder. So here the mail icon is there, and that we store in our drawable folder. Then we use the title. This title will show in a menu bar. This is the ID to access the menu, and this is title is used to display the text. So here we add the second item under one menu. Okay, so here we do not create any sub menus here. So here first we mention the ID with the ID upload, then icon. Here we use the picture or icon of the menu. For example, here in Word, we give the icon for the copy, paste, for save as. The different icon are there, and that we use to show the content of the menu. So here we use the icon, then title that we want to display on a screen. Then show as action is used how we want to show that control. Means if we want the, sometimes we have saved the separate icon there, and sub menus are there. So in our example, we are going to see this show action. Okay, then one more is the share ID, and the title and icon here mentioned, and after that menu tag get closed. We are going to see it practically, so don't worry about this. If you do not understand anything here, whenever I will show you the practical, you will understand better. So these are the attribute of the menus. First one ID. I think I have already explained you. ID is for the uniqueness. Icon is used to show the icon for the menu. Title is used to set the item's title, and show as action. This is the optional and used to specify how the item should appear as an action item in the app. So it has some values. The values are never, then if room. These are the values for that attribute. So here one more example to create a menu and sub menus. So XML, start with the XML code, XML tag, then menus, then item tag. In that we specify the ID, title, and again we want to add some sub menu. So again we start the menu. So this menu is the now used to display the main menu, and these are the sub menu. So in this menu, this menu is the file. In that, create new and open are the items, sub items or the sub menus. And here we close the menu. So on the screen, we can find the file menu. And when we click on the file menu, after that, the two items, that is create new and open, will display on the screen. Okay. So it's very simple. Next one is the how to, so here we create the XML file, right? And that we want to load using our source code Java. And for that we use menu inflator.inflate method. So let's see how it is work. So here we use on create context menu method. In that we will get the menu view. And here we create an object of menu inflator. Menu inflator is equal to get menu inflator. So this menu inflator used to embed menu on the screen. For that we use menu inflator. Here the object is, and the inflate method are there. Here we first pass the parameter, that is nothing but the page name, means where we create the menu, and that file name is menu underscore example, and that are under resource file. So we can access that using r.menu. So menu is nothing but the folder that we will create in our application. and menu underscore example is the XML file, and that we specify because we create the menu on this file, menu underscore example dot XML, and that we have specified as the first parameter. And second one is the menu that we have created. This menu will use here as an attribute. So here it is explained. If you observe that the code we are calling the menu using menu inflator dot inflate. So this method is used to call the menu, and in that in the form of r dot menu dot menu underscore file name. Here our example, the file name of XML file name is menu underscore example dot XML. So we pass there. So we are doing it practically, so you will understand better. So we can handle. So we are not to only display the menu. We perform some action on that, and that action we handle using on context item selected Boolean method. So here we write this method, public Boolean on context item selected. In that we get the menu item. So all the items we get in a item attribute. Switch item dot get item ID. So here we get the ID and we check the case. If the first item get clicked, then this case will execute. If second, then this will execute. In default, we give some message. So I told you that there are different menus are available, like option menu, context menu, and pop-up menu. So in option menu, in Android, the option menu is the primary collection of the menus items for an activity, and it is useful to implement the actions that have global impact on the app, such as setting, search, etc. So we have seen that example at the start of the lecture. That image was there. In that, the option menus are there. So we are going to see the example of option menu in this lecture only. So you will understand better. So next one is the context menu. The context menu is a floating menu that appears when the user performs a long click on an element, and it is useful to implement actions that affected the selected content or the context frame. So we all know that whenever we want to display the menus under particular thing, we long press that context, and when we press long time, then the dialog box get appear. So this is the context menu. We're going to see the context menu example. And last one is the pop-up menu. In Android, the pop-up menu display the list of items in a vertical list. So whenever we click on that arrow, the list get pop-up. So that is known as the pop-up menu. So let's see the example how to create a list using Android Studio. So can you see the screen? So here we create the new application, that is a menu example. Okay, so here is the main XML file on which we display the list, on which we display the menu. This is the source code file. So initially we first create the menu folder. So for that, here we right click on it, app, and click on new Android resource directory. So here we choose directory as a menu. Directory name is the menu, and we click OK. So here you find the menu folder. So that we right click on it, click on new, and click on a menu resource file. Here we give the name as a menu underscore example as a resource file. This is the XML file that we have created. Here we click on OK. So the menu's XML file get created here, right? So source code is here. So here we add the item. And I told you before that the ID is the first important attribute. So we specify here under colon. Oh, sorry. Here we give the ID and give it name as a item 1. Okay. It is not required to close. So we close it. Okay. So this is the first attribute. And we use title, one more attribute here. Title is, for example, item 1. Okay. These two properties are important. So after that, we create one more item. Okay. We specify its ID. So its ID is item 2. Here we specify the title, item 2. Okay, suppose we want to create a submenu under this. Then we change its style. Okay, so here in second menu, we create a sub menu. So here again, we start the code with the menu. So this is the sub list menu under item 2. So here I use item, give the ID as sub menu 1 or item 3, and its title is sub menu 1. Okay, here we close the item, and one more item we created under same menu, that is 2, and this sub menu is item 4, and its title is sub menu 2. Okay, then we close it. Okay, we can see its design. So here item 1 and item 2, and in item 2 the some items are there. So we write code for it. Here we just design, and now we going to create the code for it. So here we create one method. For that we press Ctrl O. All the methods will display here. So here we use the method on create option menu. Yeah. So here we first create an object of menu inflator. Inflator is equal to get menu inflator, and inflator dot inflate into bracket we pass the ID of the menu, that is r dot menu dot file name, that is menu underscore example. Here we create, so this is our file that we pass here, and the second is the menu option, that is here. Okay, so here we create the, and here we have to return something, so here we return true. Okay, after that we create one more method, that is on option item selector selected, so that will perform some action on it. So for that I press Ctrl and O, and here we type on option item selected it correctly. So we options item selected, this is the boolean method. So first remove this one, not null, and first here we use the switch method. In switch we use the menu items option, that is item dot get item ID. Okay, so in switch we use case r dot id dot, so first item is the item 1, here we give the colon. So if user click on a first item, then we display the toast. So here we write the dot make text. Here we first pass the context, that is using this attribute. The second is the message that we want to display. So here I write item 1 click, and then the duration. So toast dot length short, and we call it using dot show method, right? After that we return true. So this is the first case. Second case we use r dot id dot item 2. Here we paste the same thing, just we change with the item 1 to item 2, and return true. Again we copy this for the item 3 and item 4. So here we change with the item 3 and item 4, and here we change item 3 and item 4. So it shows an error because this method need to return something. So I write here return. Okay. Still it gives an error. 4 errors are there. So on 33 line bracket is expected. So let's check what happened here. On 37. So here comma we miss. Oh, this is the separate method. Sorry, separate attribute, and that is separated using comma. So all the errors are covered. One error still there. It required to return something. Okay. So first we create the directory under under drawable. A separate folder get created. In that menu example.xml file get created. In that we create the menus. So these menu items are created. Item 1, item 2, item 3, and item 4. Submenus are also created. And that we call in a menu main activity. In the method on create option menu. In that we create the object of menu inflator. And we call the inflate method. In that we pass the XML file ID and the menu parameter. Then we create one more method on options item selected. In that we use the different cases that we want to perform whenever the user click on that particular menu. So let's see the output. So here it run. It takes some time. It gives one error that we change the module. Build tool version is 30.03. Okay, we apply and click on OK. So program gets run, Gradle get built. Okay, it built successfully. A message come. Now we run the application and I share the screen for you. So it again build the application. Gradle build running. And here we get the output on the screen. Let's see. Item 4 is incompatible. So here we get the output option list online lecture example. Here are the menus. Item 1, when we click on it, the item 1 click toast display. When click on item 2 get click sub menu 1, item 3 get click sub menu 2, item 4 get click. So this is the option menu that we can create it using Android. So I think you understand all the things. Here we first create the one directory menu by simply right clicking on it. Click on a new and Android resource directory. In that we create the menu. And in that the XML file we created menu underscore XML. In that we write the menus. So these are the menus that we have created. And after that, we write the code for the option menu. In that we use the method on create option menu. In that we create an object of inflator, menu inflator, and use the inflate method. In that we pass the required attributes, and we create one more method on options item selected. In that we use the switch case to find the activity that perform when user click on a particular menu. So here we have seen the option menu practically, and we see the output also. So here we end the session. If you have any difficulty, you can contact me on my WhatsApp number. So here we end the session. Thank you for watching.